गुरुवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय राधिकाय प्रियात्मने श्री श्रीमद्भक्तिवेदान्त नारायण नामिने श्री कृष्ण लीला कथाने सुधाक्षमौढ़ार्य माधुर्य गुणैश्वर्ययुक्तं वरं वरेण्यं कृष्णमहान्तं नारायणं शिरसा नमामि त्रिदण्डीनां भक्तशिरोमणिं च श्रीकृष्णपादां चैतन्यलीलामृतसारसारं नामं सततं प्रपद्ये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि श्री गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Atamalam, first of all, let me have millions of reasons of the Panu Varga, Namanis Kasanta, now present, past, future, Vishnu, Atava, Dhanotparam. Vancha, Kalpataru, Vyascha, Krupa, Sindhu, Bevacha, Patitanam, Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo, Namo Namo. Now, today is our Thursday question and answer. This Saturday is the Ekadasi, Krishna Paksha, because the afterwards Amavasya, new moon is coming. Kamala Ekadasi, Saturday. Then Wednesday is the end of the Purushottama. So not many days is left. And 31st August is Baladev's Avirbhava. Then September 7th is Janmashtami. Then 23rd September is Radhashtami. So in this month, Purushottama, that is Krishna, is very pleasing to him. So, like last time we were talking about, or Gurudev is to talk about Brihad Bhagavatamrita. Brihad Bhagavatamrita is very, very important, is to speak on that. And it is like Amritam, Bhagavata's essence, the essence. So, to like, I will tell you my little calculation I did, little calculation meaning just curiosity, I should tell you. Srimad Bhagavatam, Rasa Pancha Adhyay, right? Rasa Pancha Adhyay, 5 chapters, 29 to 33, 10th canto. So, if you add 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, you get 155. Again, you add that 10, 11. Again, you add 11, 2. So, end up with like Radha and Krishna. Rasa Panchadhyaya. Now, I was wondering what will happen, what is the relation with Brihad Bhagavatamritam. Brihad Bhagavatamritam is also 2 canto. And then, each one has 7 chapters, right? 7 plus 7, 14. 1, 4, 5. See, back to the 5. That means what? Actually, Brihad Bhagavatamritam is talking about essence of Rasa Panchadhyaya. Because if you add those 7 plus 7 leads to 5, and this is 5 chapter. Amazing. I thought it was not a coincidence also. So, Brihad Bhagavatamritam is like essence of Rasa Panchadhyaya, or, and that is what Sanatana Goswami. So, it's very. So we were talking the Gopakumara. Also, importance of chanting the Gopal mantra. This is really amazing. See, it starts with Gopakumara, like Brahmin. He wanted to have a wealth. So Kamakya Devi gives him Gopal mantra. And he starts chanting. Then he loses the interest in having to obtain money. Then he renounces, goes different places. Ganga Sagar, they're ritualistic people, Then he does that, but he's still chanting. He loses interest in that. Then he goes to Kashi. There Lord Shiva says, there is getting interested in the manism, right? Then Lord Shiva appears and he wanted to take renounced order in that. Then Shiva and Parvati appears there. Watch out, just leave this place and go to Mathura. And then by chanting and chanting, he comes to confluence of the 3 rivers, Prayag. There he gets stuck with the beauty of the people and then, worship of the Lord Vishnu, like that. Then, again, they, direct him to, Mathura, Vrindavan. He's coming there. Vishnu is telling. So there he met this Gopakumar. He hears a crying from Keshi-Ghat. Then he understands Gopakumara. Now, to relieve all his doubts, he starts telling his own story. So how he was a coward boy, brought up in Govardhan. Then he was going with for covers, for taking calves, cows, like that. And he was playing with the other boys. He was very happy. But he come across a Brahmin, very exalted, always crying, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Lost himself. Tears in his eyes. And he used to serve him, giving milk, like that. One day, he saw him alone on the Yamuna, and that Brahmin told him, I will give you one precious thing, not for any exchange or anything, because he was serving him Yadai. When you serve a exalted Vaishnava, this is what they do. They want to help you progress in bhakti, So they will give a shortcut, very, very powerful shortcut to realize, to worship Supreme. So he gave the Gopal mantra. He started chanting, then he lost interest in thing. Then he went to Ganga, on the Ganga, where they were worshipping, Saligram, like that. There, and then when he saw Saligram was putting in after worship and all that, he said, oh, Supreme Lord, wow, he's paying obeisance. Supreme Lord in the form of stone. Then this Brahmin who was worshipping Saligram was putting in this box because his worship is over. Then this Gopal Kumar, crying, oh, my Lord did not eat. How he is going to sleep? And his clothes is, he felt very painful. When he revealed this, Brahmana was very sorry, because, whatever I have, that's what I cook him. But if you want to know more about the Supreme Lord, you go to a king here nearby. So he goes there and then he was amazed looking at the deity, and then, so much worship he's doing, the king, so involved and all. And personally, king is worshipping. Then he had a desire, oh, maybe I should also worship like that. And he started chanting Gopal mantra. And then it so happened, the king had no children or like that, and had all saintly signs. So they made him a king, passed away, and they made him king of that place. So he started serving like that. Still he was not satisfied. So then some people come from Jagannath Puri, tell him so much. If you want to see Lord, Supreme Lord Jagannatha, so he goes to Jagannath Puri, and he was amazed. He got attracted to that, and then he wanted to go and hug the Jagannath, but they stopped him, the pujaris, and they hit him, and then he goes out and he get a prasadam. Very happy. Like that is going on and on and on. But he wanted to have an intimate service to the Jagannath. So the king comes now and then, he's doing like that. So he had started a desire. Oh, I wish I can get an opportunity like king doing service to Jagannath. Then what happens? the king also passes away. His elder son doesn't want to become king. So Lord Jagannath gives instruction to this Gopakumara should be made a king. So they made him the king. So he became a king, and then he changed, he made so much arrangement, especially Rath so much more. Like that he was doing. But Lord Jagannath was very nicely dealing with his servants, because they, long time they are serving him, joking and all that. And the king feels little restrained, because he's new and like that he feels. But now his chanting is going on, Gopal Mantra. So, but he gets the memory of Vrindavan. Wow, nice memory, sweet memory. So sometimes, oh, I wish I can go there. But when he sees again Jagannath is stuck here, back and forth, he's confused what to do. Finally, one day, Lord Jagannath comes in his dream and tells him, commands him, you should go to Mathura. Because Mathura is not different from this place. I was born there. That's why it's more dear to me. You will find your heart content fulfilled there. Mathura, Vrindavan. You should go. Then next day, then he gets up, then he does not even enter the temple. Because again, if he sees the charm of Jagannath, he might stay back. So from a distance, he pays obeisances to the chakra, top of the temple. And then, meantime, Brahmana brings a garland, deity's garland, then gives to him. So showing that it is actually sign, order of the Jagannath, that he should leave, should go. So he went back to Mathura. And then Vishram Ghati took a bath, and then he's going to Vrindavan, Govardhan, like that. There he's trying to hide himself because his family, other friends are all there. So he didn't want to get identified by them. He's going here and there. But again, his desire was to go back to Jagannath Puri, sometimes, And when he's thinking of there, then again, this nice memory is coming, Vrindavan, Govardhan. He's like this. Finally, he leaves Vrindavan. So on the way to Ganga, he sees people worshipping like that, and there he comes to know he started talking to the Brahmins, and they tell him, oh, there is a heaven, like Indra's kingdom. Swarga, heaven, Swarga. There it is so beautiful. People are free from disease, death, and all that. Indra is the ruler there. So much affluence, this and that. And there, Indra has a younger brother who is Lord himself, Upendra, Jagannath himself serving Indra. So Indra is so, fortunate like that. Then he get the desire, oh, I should see my Lord in the form of Upendra there, Jagannath, serving Indra. So he's chanting Gopal mantra, right? Then what happens? He gets a plane comes from, Vimana, plane comes from heaven. And he gets in there and goes to the Indralok, heaven. There he saw so much amazing, so much wealth, you know. So there are other heavens on this world, like lower planets, uh, Bilva, uh, Swarga, they say, Bila Swarga, like for example, Sutala, where Bali Maharaj is there, is more uh, wealth there than even in Swarga. Then on the earth also, there is planet. Some places are known as Bhu Swarga. But this is Divya Swarga, more, even higher than these two, like that. So there, he says that there is no suffering, no anger, no, all these things, disease. But some fault is there, but he overlooks it. But he says, Upendra, take the darshan of Upendra. And he was awestruck how he is being worshipped by her, Indra and all that. And then after a while, Upendra calls him, "Oh Gopkumar, come near, don't worry. You don't have to pay obeisances to me here. Come here. I'm glad we have come here." He puts his hand on his head and then tells Indra to take care of him. So Indra duly he puts him in a place near Nandanavana, place to the side, and he gives his amrita, elixir, the nectar of the heavenly nectar, and through days and amazing, he was transported, so much pleasure and all that in this. So this is going on and on. Then what happens is, this is really amazing. I don't know you are with me or not, you got lost. But the thing is, then later on, sometimes he is thinking of Vrindavan, he's chanting Gopal mantra, he is not given up. And then one time, and then he sees this Upendra, now and then disappears. Nobody knows where. Whenever there is no Lord, Supreme Lord, then he feel the pain, separation. Oh, where did he go? I wish I had his darshan. He's thinking of Vrindavan. Then again, Upendra comes, Vamana. Then he feels happy, not like this, going back and forth. And one time, Bhrigu Rishi comes. Bhrigu Rishi is from the above Swarga. So that is above Swarga. He is the son of Brahma. Now he has gone to the earth. Why? Because in earth, like Ganga, all the rivers are there. Gets contaminated by the people who are impious, right? Who are sinful. They go and take a bath, and then Ganga gets contaminated. So Bhrigu Rishi like that. They come and take a bath and get purified. Maharloka. So when he came from earth, he is going back to Maharloka in his own place. He stopped at the Swarga. So there Indra, all the demigods, including Upendra, worshipping Bhrigu Rishi so nicely. And he was effulgent. So this Gopakumar also saw that. Then he said, wait a minute. Whole world, according to him, they worship these devatas. And now the Supreme Lord Vamana himself is worshipping this Bhrigu Rishi, and he's so effulgent, and all the devatas were all obediently serving, worshipping. Who is this and where he is coming from? What kind of Supreme Lord is there in that realm? So when Bhrigu Rishi goes back, he talks with then Vamana is also disappeared. He is talking to the devatas, demigods. They don't reply because they are, enmity is there. And among them there is a competition. See, Agni, Vayu, Varuna, I'm supreme, Indra is also. So, like that. So then they tell, see, this Bhrigu Rishi is coming from the Maharloka, which is much higher. Indra has million times more pleasure than an earthly king. And Indra has so much pleasure. Now Maharloka, there is a million times more than Indra. So that is much higher. Only people who are qualified to have, moksha, they can go there. So he got curious. Oh, I should. And whom did they worship? They are doing yajna all the time, yajna purusha, yajneshwara. So he was interesting. Then meantime, what has happened is, before this, he felt, oh, Indra is worshipping Vamana so nicely. And Vamana is treating him as his own brother. I wish I can also do that opportunity. Thinking like that, he was chanting his Gopal mantra. Then soon what happens is, Indra does an offense. He's trying to have an affair with the wife of a sage. He becomes, ashamed of it, and then he disappears. Devata searching for him, and could not find him. Then Brahma and Upendra, they think what to do. So they said this Gopakumara has all the qualities, they should make him Indra, the post of Indra. They appointed him as Indra. So now this Gopakumara became an Indra. Okay. So he has an opportunity to serve Upendra personally. Lord is very happy. He is treating him as his elder brother. That goes on for a while. Then now sometimes Vamana disappears. Then he feels pain. But in spite of being an Indra, he does not relinquish his chanting of Gayatri Mantra and living simply, like renounced person. He was still living in Nandanandan, not in a Indrapuri, like a palace. He was respecting everybody, Brihaspati and all that. So then what happened was, see, this is the thing, is Indra doing such a, nasty thing. I mean, it should not be even talked about. And then competition, enviousness, these things there in the heaven, okay? So he got disinterested. So at that time this happened. This Bhrigu Munir comes, and then the Brihaspati tells him, see, he coming from there, he's the son of Brahma. He is worshipable to us because even when Swarga disappears, after inundation, 72 Chaturyuga, Manmantra time. Day of Brahma has 14 Manmantras. So every Manmantra, the entire up to Swarga gets inundated and finished. And also gets burnt. So that time, this Maharloka does not get disturbed. Oh, then I should go there. So thinking, chanting Gopal mantra. Then he gets a Vimana plane and then gets in and then goes to Maharloka. See. So Maharloka is very beautiful. I mean, he sees so much. Every day, everybody is doing yajna. And Yajna Purusha, Lord, in the form of Yajna, Yajneshwara, comes and offering, taking their offering personally and then taking. So he feels amazed, very intimate. And then, like this goes on, he was very happy. And they also welcome him, Bhrigu Rishi and all that. Finally, one day, Bhrigu is telling, oh Gopakumara, you should become a sage like us. How long you'll be like a covered boy here? You should also do yajna. You should also become a brahmana like us. Then do yajna like that. Then Lord will come and personally will take from you. Then he is getting confused what to do. I'm a covered boy. So much intimate, so much. But if you do like this, But now and then Yagneshwara does not see, he's not there all the time. So he rejects it. No, sir, I cannot. Anyway, continue like that. But then he comes to know that Maharloka people are also sometimes not happy because when the lower planets up to Swarga gets, burned by the fire of Ananta from Patala, that time because of the intense heat, they cannot stay in Maharloka. They just go to another loka, Tapoloka, Janaloka, Tapoloka. So that means they are also anxiety, suffering is there. So he comes to know that limitation. Then one time these Kumaras come, this Sanat Kumara, always brahmacharya, they were so effulgent. So when they come there, Bhrigu Rishi also worshipping them, just like Yagneshwara, more than Yagneshwara, is worshipping. And so effulgent. So then this Gopakumara gets confused and he said, who are these? I saw Indra, Upendra worshipping Bhrigu. Now Bhrigu himself is worshipping them. And where they came from and what kind of Lord, Supreme Lord they are. Not like that. And he comes to know they are Kumaras, they are in Tapoloka. They are in meditation like that. They are expert, they are brahmachari, lifetime. So, like that, then he feels that he should go there by chanting, goes there. Then one day he saw there again, he does not see the Lord. They are in meditation. In the meditation, they are seeing that they are not, Then he was not satisfied. Then one time Brahma comes there. The four Kumaras worshipping Brahma. Then ask him, who is this? No, he is Brahma, our father. He stays in his loka, Brahma loka. He is very dear to the Lord. Like that. Oh, like that. He wants to go to Brahmaloka. So again he's chanting Gopal mantra, he goes to Brahmaloka. Okay. Then Brahmaloka, he sees thousand-headed Lord. Beautiful, Lord Brahma worshipping this and very nicely going on and on. Bakumara is feeling very happy there. And all. Then one time what happened was Brahma touched something, foam or something. A demon came out and he was so ferocious, Brahma disappeared somewhere. Lord killed that demon, but still Brahma not to be seen anywhere. He is hiding. So then Lord recommended, this Gopakumara to be Brahma. So he became a Brahma. So he was worshipping the Lord very nicely. Sometimes Lord is not there, feeling anxiety. Then one day, some saintly people come from, he hears there's a higher place where there is a mukta, liberation, liberated people for this. So what is this liberation? He questions. And then, of course, in Brahma Loka is not ordinary. Okay, all the Shrutis, Smutis, Shastras, they are discussing. Is bhakti is prominent or mukti? Argument back and forth. There are Shastras who are recommending mukti, liberation is top. Bhakti is the top, like that, back and forth. And Bhagavatam does not want to take in part. He is aloof, Bhagavatam, watching what they say. So like that, actually it will take a long time to discuss that. Very amazing. Something we can tell because it's very interesting. 25. So this is a discussion, then even though Brahma's long life, two parardas, long time, but still the force of time is there. So that fear is there. See, even though it's a long time there, the end of the life is going to come. So to overcome this fear, I would chant my mantra, Gopal mantra. But this, however, stirs up the remembrance of Sri Vrindavan. It brought on the pain of separation. However, see, Jagadisha would caress me like a son, causing me boundless delight and eradicating the distress of my heart. I always stayed in the close proximity to Sri Jagadisha and would serve him in the mood of his being my father. When it sometimes happened that I committed offense in his service, the Lord mercifully gave them all. Sri Jagadishwara forgave me, but I still considered myself an offender and was always troubled. Knowing this, Sri Lakshmi Devi would console me, reassuring me with loving words like a mother. This would fill my heart with joy, and thus I stayed there happily for a very long time. One time, I heard some residents of the Satyaloka, where Brahma, they are glorifying someone who had attained liberation. Hearing their genuine praise, I was astounded and out of curiosity asked, what is liberation? Uh, so, the Brahmarshis described to me the super excellence and rarity of liberation. Hearing them, I desired it myself and asked the omniscient personified Vedas and others present there about the method for attaining it. See, there in Satyaloka, personified Vedas are there. So many Upanishads present in the form of goddesses and accompanied by Shrutis, Vedas, and Smritis, supplementary Vedas, replied in unison. Liberation is attained only by knowledge. There is no other way of achieving this goal. Some of the Puranas and Agamas gravely said that although it is true that one can attain liberation through knowledge, that knowledge is exceedingly difficult to obtain. However, that same knowledge may be attained simply by practicing Bhagavad Bhakti, devotional service to the Supreme Lord. By no other means it is so easily achieved. Alternatively, one may easily attain liberation by properly executing devotional service alone, with no need of knowledge. This opinion was also supported by some of the Shrutis and Smritis. Angry at all those Shrutis and Smritis who did not clearly support Bhakti as the direct cause of liberation, the great Upanishads as well as Agamas and Puranas who followed them spoke together as one and affirmed that indeed Bhakti is the cause of liberation. See. Thereafter, some of the confidential Upanishads dedicated to Bhakti, several confidential Maha Agamas, Vaishnava Tantra such as Satpata Siddhanta and other Vaishnava Tantras and Srimad Bhagavat Mahapurana smiled gravely while remaining silent. So one set of scripture argued, one can attain liberation merely by the potency of chanting the mantras of Bhagavan, while others countered, that is not the way. There are other ways to achieve it. In this way, heated dispute ensued between the Agamas and others, and the Vedas and Puranas. Unable to endure this quarrel, the esoteric Mahapuranas, along with Agamas and Upanishads, blocked their ears, okay, with their fingers and went outside. They didn't want to hear any, decrying bhakti. Thereafter, those Mahapuranas and Mahaupanishads intervened to mediate in the debate. And after careful deliberation, they declared the Agamas to be victorious. At that decision, I also became joyful. So, discerning the mood and intention of the Mahapuranas, such as Srimad Bhagavatam, as well as Agamas and other Tantras, that had led them to smile so gravely and step outside, I humbly pacified them and brought them back into the assembly. When I respectfully inquired about the essential truth of liberation, Moksha Tattva, the Upanishad, the most exalted of the Shrutis, and Satpata Siddhanta and other Agamas joined Srimad Bhagavatam and replied. See here, these Shastras telling, devotional scripture said, oh, who have newly achieved the post of Brahma, because you remember, Brahma ran away and Lord made him as Brahma. So, you have newly achieved the post of Brahma. This truth is more secret than the most precious jewels. However, impelled by your virtues and worship of Bhagavan, will personally reveal it to you. They are telling they will reveal the bhakti to him. Although we scriptures are devoted to the loving service of Bhagavan, in some places we have examined liberation, but this is only to expose its insignificance. Huh? Bhakti Shastra also examined liberation to expose its insignificance and by all means to condemn both liberation and the process of attaining it. See, in the course of describing the glories of bhakti, we have also sometimes prized liberation, but this is not to indicate that liberation is the ultimate attainment, for there is not even a scent of real happiness in it. Huh? Just as one considers himself to be happy when relieved from painful disease or when sleeping soundly, in the same way, the supposed happiness of liberation is only the absence of suffering. Okay? Liberation, if there is any happiness, is only happiness of the only absence of suffering. Moreover, the designation liberation is symbolic of non-cognizance. That is, as the bondage of illusion or ignorance is unreal, like that of a dream. So that which liberates one from such bondage is also devoid of reality. Therefore, only the ignorant are interested in liberation. So they go very deeply into this. What to speak of the glories of the name of Sri Bhagavan? If one merely utters even once or just hears a semblance of the Lord's name, or if the name merely enters one's ears, he effortlessly attains liberation. You know? Actually, only those without discriminating intelligence find liberation enchanting. If one considers this subject from any point of view, the attractiveness of liberation cannot be substantiated. This is the determination of the Vedas, Itihasas, Puranas, and all other scriptures. And it is what we are explaining to you. So, in the opinion of some, liberation is the complete vanquishing of all types of suffering. Others believe it is the destruction of ignorance and termination of action and reaction, karma. And yet others accept it as an escape from the illusion of Maya, in which one mistakes one object for another, upon which one experiences the true self as a conscious reality. However, there is no happiness in any of these ideas of liberation. The happiness of pure loving devotion experienced by directly perceiving the lotus feet of Bhagavan, the complete form of eternal reality, cognizance and bliss is like a boundless ocean. The happiness of liberation experienced upon realizing this soul to an eternally abiding particle of eternality, cognizance and bliss is very meager. In comparison, it is just a tiny drop. So, then the entity that is pure conscious reality is indeed called Brahma, which is devoid of attributes, free from attachment, unchangeable, and desireless. So, however, Sri Bhagavan is Parabrahman, Supreme Absolute Spirit, Paramatma, Super Soul, Parameshwara, the Supreme Controller. His form is the concentrated essence of pure eternal reality, knowledge and bliss, and is an ocean of variegated glories. So, Sri Bhagavan, who is glorious like the unfathomable ocean, simultaneously displays contradictory characteristics such as the presence of qualities and the absence of qualities. Nirgunatva, Sagunatva. Brahman, on the other hand, is famous as Sri Bhagavan's infinite opulence. Thus, the difference between them is clearly established. So, now Arupa Nama. This is one nice description. Aprasiddhe tasgunanam anamasau prakirtitaha aprakrutavad rupasyapi arupoyam prachakshate. Bhagavan is known as Anama, nameless, because his qualities are not revealed to the illusory material senses. He is nameless because these are not revealed to the mundane senses. He is called Arupa, formless, because his transcendental form is imperceptible to the eyes and other senses. Because these transcendental qualities of the Lord cannot be compared to any person or object, it is impossible to name him according to material qualities. Therefore, he is known as Anama, nameless. He is so beautiful. Nothing can be compared to our experience. So he is nameless. His form is similarly transcendental, and thus he is known as Arupa. So, an assumption like that of the Mayavadis, who expose the concept that just as mundane forms and qualities are illusory, so are the personal form and other qualities of the Lord, is proved contrary to conclusive truth. Mayavadi description is not right. The Lord's supreme opulence is an eternal truth. It is not illusory or false or temporary like material existence. Therefore, as stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, since they are very same eternal non-dual reality, like Brahman is beyond material qualities, he is known as Nirguna. At the same time, though just the material world is variegated, so the Lord possesses vast transcendental variegatedness. Thus, he is also Saguna, or possessed of attributes and personhood, as inconceivable, unlimited, amazing, and extraordinary potencies coexist in Bhagavan. Unending types of seemingly contradictory characteristics also reside in him. Sri Bhagavan is therefore known as an ocean of manifold glories. So, it's very, very amazing. So, like that, therefore, the beautiful lotus feet of the Bhagavan, lotus feet of the Bhagavan, are the concentrated essence of happiness that is realized by bhakti alone. Those who experience the sweetness of Bhagavan through bhakti surely attain this concentrated transcendental happiness. So, See, this, bear with me, this one example is given. Why? It's amazing, See, for example, sun is a disk, right? So much energy and the rays is also coming out. So, same way the Supreme Lord's lotus feet, and the effulgence, like Brahman. So, whatever sweetness you see in the ray, for example, will be insignificant compared to the total, the sun, is it not? Inside the sun disk, right? So this is what he's telling. One realizes the concentrated essence of happiness only by experiencing an object that is, by its very nature, possesses complete and concentrated bliss. So the Lord's devotees is much greater, the happiness, what they experience compared to realize impersonal Brahman. So, and Lord says in Bhagavad Gita, Brahmano hi pratishtita amrutasya vavasya. I alone am the basis and ultimate support of the formless Brahman, everlasting immortality and unalloyed happiness. Bhakti. So Krishna is telling this. So, just another example is just like a sugar, lump of sugar, which is sweet and is also source of sweetness, right? Sugar is sweet and also source of sweetness. The lotus feet of Bhagavan Sri Krishna are the form of bliss and are also the origin of the bliss. Brahman, however, is only blissful, it is not its origin. See, these are another difference. Brahman is relatively blissful, but not its origin. Whereas Krishna's lotus feet is both sweet and is also origin of the sweet bliss. So, if the entity known as the Jiva, the final self, were Parabrahman, Supreme Self, then the Jiva would be called Sri Bhagavan, the Supreme Spirit with the embodiment of eternity, cognition and joy. However, all Jivas are parts of Bhagavan, just as rays of concentrated brilliance are parts of the mass of effulgence, that is the sun. This is the opinion of the seers of the absolute truth. Because the Jivas have existence that is eternal, they appear to be distinct from Parabrahman, just as sun rays are distinct from the sun, sparks are distinct from the fire, waves are distinct from the ocean. So the eternally existent Jivas are distinct from Parabrahman. From time without beginning, the Jiva is always separate from Bhagavan. This is due to the arrangement of Mahayoga, Bhagavan's eternal spiritual pleasure potency, who can make even the impossible possible. So therefore, great personalities are of the opinion that because the Jivas and Parabrahman both have characteristics of Satchidananda, they are non-different from one another, but because the Jivas are a portion of Parabrahman, they are also different. Even when the Jivas are liberated, as a rule, this difference remains. So, like that, the argument goes on. All living beings are embodiments of eternality, knowledge and bliss. Just, but because they are minute parts of the Supreme Brahman, they have forgotten their true nature. Being thus deluded, they have fallen into the cycle of repeated birth and death, the beginningless ignorance created by the Krishna's potency of illusion, Maya. So, when the jiva attains liberation by knowledge of his true identity, his illusion about his connection to the material world is eradicated. At that time, he experiences that he is a particle of the all blissful Brahman. It is seen everywhere that one obtains a result according to the practice he adapts to achieve it. Thus, the liberation that is attained by understanding one's spiritual nature offers meager happiness. Tormented by material existence, troubled at heart, and bereft of spiritual taste and relationship, seekers of liberation take its shelter to extinguish the fire of repeated birth and death. They regard liberation as the ultimate aim of human life. Just as those who aspire for heaven consider heaven impermanent as it is to be the pinnacle of happiness. See, this is important. See, we just understood the heaven, limitation of heaven, right? See, Indra itself is he's not happy. He did something should not been done. And there is a competition, Again, at the end of Manu, they all disappear. They get burned, destroyed. But still, people, so many people, they aspire for heaven. Even though it's impermanent, still they think it is pinnacle of happiness. You see? Now this is the thing. Because of what? No lack of sadhu sangha, proper sadhu sangha. One who has understood all this. So same way, we should be very careful, especially this, amazing month of Purushottama month, right? Govardhana Dharam Vande Gopalam Goparupam Gokulostavam Ishanam Govindam Gopika Priyam. So we should worship that Gopal, that Nandanandan, Yashodanandan, along with Radha, So there is nothing so amazing, so happiness. So we have to be careful. That's why our Gurudev is to discuss this Bhut Bhavatamatam so nicely. And so actually I felt this is really an amazing scripture. Appears like even essence of Srimad Bhagavatam. Essence of Bhagavatam. So, Dandavata. This great narration revelation by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu through Sanatana Goswami. Otherwise it is impossible. I don't know whether this Bhut Bhagavatamritam is revealed in all Kali Yugas or, I don't know. Only it seems like revealed by, like Radha Kund, Shama Kund, revealed by, found by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. Same way this is, himself revealing through Sanatana Goswami. So to pinnacle, what a amazing, direct. Otherwise, like this Gopakumara going from everywhere description so nicely. In sitting one place, we get all the information. Otherwise, you try, going to heaven, finding out, oh, no, 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 wrong place. Then you go to Marloka, then you're so enchanted, then you finally come to know, no, no, no. How many billions of life you want to do like that? Then again, Tapoloka, then Janaloka, then Tapoloka, then Brahmaloka. Enough of them. Then Mukti, see what I'm saying? How much Lord is providing so much information so that we don't have to, try all the, understand? So, it's really, really amazing. So we will go more detailed later. So, any questions you have? Any questions?
Yes, Gurudev will present now. Sorry about that.
Oh, what is the question? Can we carry Radha and Radha Krishna to someone's house, do puja or satsang or any special celebration for Lord? If we are going out of station for a week, can we leave deities at initiated devotees' house so that they can take care of till we return? If devotees are very dedicated and sincere, so see, if the devotees, there are all kinds of devotees, right? Right. Like here, there were these Shrutis, Smritis arguing, no liberation, only through, jnana, others maybe bhakti, finally bhakti one, like that. So different kind of devotees are there. So, and worship of Radha and Krishna, even worship of Krishna was very rare. Try to understand. Madhva Sampradaya, Madhvacharya brought this up. He installed Krishna in Udupi, right? Gopal, Nandananda, with his churning rod in his hand, on a rope. So, like a Laddu Gopal, but here he's standing, right? He's standing. So that is the forum, he brought it up. But of course, they think Krishna is not supreme. Lord Narayan is supreme. So there is no difference. But still, Krishna is the incarnation of Narayan. This is their understanding. But somehow still, for some reason, Madhvacharya brought this worship of Krishna, with a churning rod in his hand. That's why the tilak they put like a churning rod, like this and then black. You probably remember. But a gopi chanan in the center they put like this. So it is like a churning rod. Like this. Now, of course, rather so what I'm saying is, the same feeling should be there. Suppose, see, the way you are worshipping Radha and Krishna, in what way? Suppose our Gurudev said, in what way? Most of the places, like in, I should not name this, okay, but I cannot help it. See, see, this brings out this question, are you, are we worshipping in the uh, Rupanuga Sampradaya or Raganuga? See, Raganuga, Vaidhi Bhakti, uh, Raga Bhakti, right? You understand? Vaidhi Bhakti, Raga Bhakti. And then within Raga Bhakti, Raganuga. And within Raganuga, Rupanuga. Understand? Huh? So, if the house where you are going, if they are in Rupanuga, understanding, you are also Rupan, then no problem, okay? Because there will not be any conflict, in a sense. So that is okay. But suppose you are a Rupanuga, and they are Raganuga, then there is a little conflict. And if they are Vaidhi Bhakti, there will be more conflict. You get what I'm saying? So then the deities will not be happy. So, so this is the question, if they are like that, there's no problem, so they should have that understanding, Rupanuga, Raganuga. Otherwise, there will be conflict and they are used to certain way of exchange with you, and if they feel different, then they will feel out of place, So, if it is not too much, of course, sometimes in our temple also, suppose people are going like this for a week, like that, they live with deities in the temple, in our temple, and they will get worshipped along with other deities. So, when they come back, they will take, like that. Of course, if the question comes, what to do if there is no temple like that? Only devotees are there who have similar feeling like that, then it's okay. But anyway, at that time we have to ask forgiveness, actually. Lord, what to do? This is a material world. I'm in bizarre condition. I have to go. So I'm leaving you at on their care. Be merciful to them. Be tolerate their any indifference. You know, you know, like that, asking forgiveness from them and mentally stay with them like that. And you also try to mentally serve them wherever you are. So something like that. If it is unavoidable, in other words, you cannot really carry them. That's what you can do. Lokanath Maharaj, when he got this, He knows. He had a desire, he manifested, he brought himself. Ask him, who are you? Who else can bring? I myself brought myself. You know, I myself brought myself, you know. Now don't waste, don't do all these things. I'm hungry, feed me now. So he became very busy in preparing, tears in his eyes. So like that, he relishes that, even though it can be simple. See, this is the thing. This is the beauty, that Lord is be happy by the sincere devotees. Simple arrangement. Okay, it's not. That's why if you worship Lord like Lakshmi Narayan, what I'm saying, you know, in Vaidhi Bhakti, see, in Vaidhi Bhakti, you know, so exorbitant, so much flower, decoration, this, that. Even though it is Radha Krishna there, but it's actually Lakshmi Narayan, like Vaikuntha, Vaidhi Bhakti. You know, there is another place, you know, Swakiya, you know, lower than, you know, yeah, like Dwarka, like that. Huh? Where Radha Krishna together is, you know, Swakiya together. It is awe and reverence, you know, like. But not like Vrindavan, very sweet, and, you know. But don't get confused. Vrindavan, dust particle, you know, like a sand, has more wealth in all the Vaikuntha, you know, in Vrindavan, but it is not visible. It will not take precedence. Sometimes it appears like that, but it will not have power. The Madhurya overrides the power. Like our Gurudev gives an example. Suppose you start boiling the milk. Suppose there is a straw there, you know, a little bit of straw, little piece of grass. When you are boiling milk, what happens? Now and then it comes up on the top, right? Grass. And then it disappears. Like that also the majesty, the wealth in Vrindavan comes up, but again it disappears. It is there, but it cannot take pramukyate, meaning pradhana, meaning foremost. You know, it's on the backside. It will not override the madhurya, the sweetness. Like Krishna, sometimes he manifests this, you know, his energy manifests. Like when Mother Yashoda binding Krishna, Krishna didn't want to get bounded. Okay. You know. So he was not willing, but he's caught in the hand of Yashoda. Yashoda is trying to bind him. How? She is adding the rope to the rope. Other gopis are very happily bringing the rope, right? Oh, you want to bind him? Very good idea. I will help you by bringing the rope. Okay. So they are bringing the rope and she is adding. Still, because he is not willing, this much is, you know, close. It cannot be tied up. You know, not much rope there. You know, short, little bit of short of 2 fingers depth. But she is not giving up. And afterwards, she's praying to the Lord Narayan. Narayan, Narayan, please help me to bind this little fellow of mine, my lovable son. He's become naughty. I have to teach him a lesson. What to do? I have to do so many service in the home. And he's doing all these naughty things. And if I don't, and he also threatened Krishna before that. What he is telling? Mother, you are saying, I'm bandar ka bandhu, I'm a relative of monkeys. Right? So I will go to jungle, I go to forest, I live with the monkeys happily. He said that. So she became afraid. Wait a minute. What if he does that? Who can control? Who can bring him back? Nobody in the house. I'm alone. I have to do so many things. So meantime, it is better that I bind him so that he will not run away. So she's thinking like that for his safety, lovingly safety. So she's trying to bind him, but he is not willing. But when he heard, when he came to realize that no matter, see here he's showing the wealth, right? Big rope, mile long, but his waist is only small. Waist is not increasing, but the rope is increasing. But still, this is anybody will think. Wait a minute, even influence. Wait a minute, this boy is only this. Waist is very small, but the rope is so long, 1 mile long. Very very long. But when I put only this, what is this? Who is this person? Is he showing some, Siddhi or what is this? Is it Narayan or what is this? Who is this? See, generally we think like that, right? Immediately it comes to our mind. But Yashoda, no. She is seeing this boy, no matter who, he is my son. Lovable son, I must bind him. Her determination is not being shackled. She becomes even stronger. So she is praying to the Lord. Narayan, please help me to bind this naughty child. So, and he's telling this, you can show anything you want, anything you want. I will not let you. I'm going to bind you. So Krishna is telling, wait a minute. What else I can show? I showed the wealth, right? I showed myself that I cannot bound, only short of it, no matter how long the length of the rope. Now what can I do? Nothing in my power. You understand? Krishna got defeated. So then he is thinking, it is better that I agree to be bound because she will not bind me for a long time. Otherwise, this game is going on. I don't want to bind, and she is keep on going to bind. So then, so he decides it is better that I bound up, and she will release soon. She will not let me. So then I can play. So now he agrees. Then immediately he was able to bind him. See? And then she binds him and then goes. And here Krishna is telling all the friends, watch out. Whoever gopis who sent more ropes, we are going to smack their house. We will smack all their butter, yogurt. Like that is, very sweet, situation. Like I was telling you, see, why Krishna going to other house for stealing, right? Remember? One time I will tell. He's actually not stealing. Okay. Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda is thinking so many cows, Matsya, they're like Padma Gandha, very fragrant milk, special cows. So she's milk from that, especially and all that. Must be extraordinary taste and all that. She's thinking, oh, maybe taste is not good, or butter. The ladies working here, they may not be sure. So all these things is going on. But there, in their other gopis' house, the gopis, they want to serve Krishna. They're asking Nanda Maharaj, please, just for today, please send your son. We love him just like you. Of course, we cannot love more than you. We also love him. He's very dear to us. Give us an opportunity to serve him. What? We will feed him with some milk and yogurt, this, butter and all that. Please give us a chance. Now the Yashodamaya Nanda Maharaj, how they are saying, wait a minute. How can I send my son there in your house? You think I'm any lacking of any resources? Yogurt, butter, I have so many cows, 9 lakhs, more than any of you. How can I send? So Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj, they are denying. Krishna is asking, please, can I go? Mommy, huh? No. So be happy here. Why don't you happy here? But they are also calling him with love. So now what to do? Krishna got, see, he reciprocates, right, accordingly. If somebody calls him with love, he cannot say no, right? Now what do you do? Yourself, suppose you are in. You cannot say no, very difficult, because if they are genuinely saying, asking you, very genuinely, lovingly, no, please, then you accept it. All right, one day I will come, or because you cannot neglect it, I cannot ignore it, right? Same way Krishna cannot ignore. And see, doing a Narvat Leela, like a human-like pastime. See, he cannot expand. It can be it can be in Yashoda's house and also in somebody's house. But then it creates certain thing. See, oh, he's there in everybody's house same time. See, that kind of creates not a human-like interaction. You get it? It brings like godly kind of thing, right? Here he doesn't want any godly thing, any supreme lord or anything. He's a lovable child. Narayan may be God, but not this in our Lalu. Lala. Huh? Lala is not God. He is our lovable dear son. Huh? So you see, so caught between these two. That's why Krishna has to fulfill their desire. How we can go? He cannot go officially like as an invitee. He goes and steals. He goes actually not stealing, so that in incognito. So Yashodamaya cannot, no, and they'll be satisfied. See, like this. That's why he goes and looks like stealing. Actually, he's not. He is going there because they're calling. You understand? Just like in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime, when he was a baby. See, a Brahmana comes, remember? The Triyanka, Brahmana. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nima's father, Jagannath Mishra invites him, please come, please, you are a Brahmini, cook yourself. You will give all the rice, wood, everything, everything. So you cook yourself. So you cooking, so difficulty. And then his offering is Gopal mantra, is worshipful deity is Gopal. And he's doing in mantra, he's requesting, begging, Lord, Gopala, oh, baby, come and take. I cooked for you lovingly. And he's closing his eyes and thinking, calling him. Oh, Nimai comes there, baby Nimai, and he's eating. And he opens eyes and he says, oh, wait a minute, Juta, Juta, Juta. This baby, who is this? That's come and spoiled everything. So again, Mother Sachimata, and they ask forgiveness from the Brahmana. Please, what to do? This boy is a naughty. I don't know how he came. We thought he was sleeping. Now we will bind him. We will in a room close the door. Brahmana says, no, no, it's already late. I don't want. Lord is not willing, he is not permitting me to cook again. He is asking me to do fast. So I will fast today. No, 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 sir. You are our guest. How we can let the guest to do fasting? Cook again. Please, please, one more time. They're crying and I'm begging. So to make them happy, all right, he agrees to cook again. He cooks. And then he calling again Gopal. As soon as he closes, calls the Gopal again. Even though it's locked up room, here comes in Nimai, baby Nimai, and eating. Then open eyes and he cries, oh, again spoiled. Then everybody wakes up and then they put him in the outside next door house. Then Nimai's elder brother, Vishwarup begs him. He said, no, no, no. You are our guest. If you don't take your prasadam, it will be inauspicious for us. We will be really, really feel bad. For sake of myself, he is so humble, Vishwarup. By his pleasing, the Brahmana agrees third time. And then Nima is put away in next door house, completely locked up. And nobody, even in this house, everybody is taking rest. He is alone, Brahmana is alone, is cooking, washing, cooking. Then finally offers again. Then again, our sinners, Gopal Mantra crying. Nimai comes, baby, and then eating. And opens his eyes, crying, what is this? Oh, then because nobody is there, then he reveals his form as Krishna, Gopal. He was so happy. See, I am not different from him, I am the same person. You are calling me by mantra very sweetly. How can I deny? Every time you call me, I am coming running. I cannot help myself. But don't reveal this to anybody. Be quiet. So, like that, he was so happy, because his worshipable deity came out. He saw that. So, like that, um, Gopi's house, they are being calling him. They are desiring him, please come. Now, how he can deny it? So, even though he gets a bad name, okay, it doesn't matter, okay? Or you're a thief, still, I want to fulfill the desire of my devotees. See, even though I get bad name, okay? You think we will be willing to do that? Get a bad name to satisfy some, Vaishnavas or Guru or like that. You understand what I mean? Commitment. See, Krishna is showing that way. He's willing to get bad name. Thief. Same thing in Ramana. Shira Chora Gopal, his name itself. Chor, thief. One who steals sweet rice. Permanently, ever his name is Shira Chora Gopal. Now, is he stealing? His pastime. Everything belongs to him. What he can steal? Actually, we are stealing. Nothing belongs to us. We are claiming, oh no, this is mine. This house is mine. This property is mine. See, I have the papers. You show the papers, name and all that. But actually, whom it belongs to? One day we are going to die, is it not? Then whom does this property belongs to? Tell me. Before it came to you, it was somebody else. Before that, it was somebody else. After you, it will belong to somebody else. So, so it doesn't belong to anybody. If you argue like that, whom it belongs to. One who is there all the time, only he can possess it, is it not? This earth, can you say, oh no, this piece of earth? See, one time, actually it happened, it's amazing. In Hawaii, right? Hawaii is beautiful, There was Hawaii Indians, Indian Hawaiis, or something like that, Before Britishers or Americans came there, occupied, there were Indians there. They were very advanced. They were very devoted. See, one thing I noticed is, see, in mainland America, when you get a coconut, when you buy a coconut, they will remove the shika, right? It becomes round, shaven, right? Coconut is, you go to supermarket, it is coconut is. But you go to Hawaii, they will not do that. Like shika, like India. They, those three things, they will not, because it is inauspicious. But I was surprised to see in Hawaii that they keep it. See what I'm saying? Coconut, So that means they know something, And also I was heard when the local Indians, when the Americans came and whoever it is, the Britishers, we want to buy land. Can you give some land? What do you mean by buying land or giving land? If you want some land, you go and cultivate. Water is there coming and then you cultivate some place. Can we sell the air? The air we breathe in? This is the question they ask. Can we sell the air? Can you say, oh, this air belongs to me? The air in this house belongs to me? You see what I'm saying? This is the question they asked. How can I, same way, how can I sell the land? It does not belong to me, it belongs to the Lord. So that kind of awareness they had. And of course, something bad happened. Oh, they knew the trick. Or if that's the case, they made a right letter, like thing. No, we are selling the whole island. It breaks my heart. They were so nice, so award. And all right, they were simple people. All right, signing. And one day they came and said, "You have sold your land, your entire island. We are going to put you in prison." They put the queen into the prison. Finished. See how barbaric. You think Lord is not watching this? So Krishna protects some way or the other. But this is the thing. Anyway, our time is up, and so please follow this Purushottama Mass as much as we can. At least another, how many, 5 days is left or something like that. So do your best. Do Deepa evening at least, and then Govardhanadaram Vande Gopalam Goparupam. Then Gokulostavam Ishanam Govindam Gopika Priyam. All glories to Yugal. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyev cha. Patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo 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 namo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Dandavat pranams to everybody. Hare Krishna.